How cold can it get here, and how long will it last?
Well, apparently last week the groundhog said 6 more weeks. We are at Macari Vineyards in the North Fork of Long Island.
So beautiful and romantic.
And romantic because it's Valentine's Day. It's February and it's a beautiful day and we're cozy inside drinking some delicious wine.
If you don't know where to take your wife or your significant other, let us help you.
Byron is the winemaker at Macari.
The proximity of the water definitely affects the soil composition. From a temperature perspective, it buys us a little bit of growing season. So it really does affect how we grow grapes and how well the grapes can do out here.
Instead of the saving grace, it's the saving grape. Welcome back to another episode of the Long Island Tea Podcast, where we spill the tea on living your best, most amazing, fabulous Long Island life. I'm Sharon.
I'm Stacy.
And Stacy, we are at the most amazing remote podcast today.
It's so beautiful and romantic.
And romantic because it's Valentine's Day. I mean, we are at Macari Vineyards and it is absolutely stunning. We walked in, we were literally breathtaking. Woes. It is literally beautiful. The chandeliers, the flowers, the rosé all day. I mean, can't get any better than this.
There's a lot of places in this room to capture beautiful pictures, besides creating beautiful memories. It's just very nice.
Cheers to that.
Yay.
Creating beautiful memories here on Long Island. Because we're at Macari, I think it would be a great time to just bring in our winemaker, and he's going to tell us all about this year's vintage.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
We are currently at Macari Vineyards in Long Island wine country. I cannot believe it. This is like seriously something we've been waiting for quite some time. So thank you to the LIT podcast producer for setting this up.
Yeah, this is the greatest Friday.
It is the greatest Friday. Long Island wine country, as we know, but our hot teas don't, is a region proudly home to 60 plus amazing vineyards and a true destination for world-class wines like Macari. The Macari family has owned this nearly 500-acre waterfront farm in Mattituck for over half a century. And today we are going to do some tastings.
Let's go.
I'm so excited. And we have the lovely Byron here with us. Byron is the winemaker at Macari. Welcome.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Are you excited just as much as we are?
Of course, always.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about what makes Macari wine so special?
Well, as you pointed out, we are situated on the North Fork of Long Island, which is really a little microcosm of viticulture. The growing conditions here are great. It's a little sliver of land that's sandwiched between two bodies of water, and those bodies of water really moderate our climate and make this a really special place to grow grapes.
And we've heard that, over the years, obviously, that being on the water is really special to the soil.
Yeah, the proximity of the water definitely affects the soil composition, but just also from a temperature perspective, it buys us a little bit of growing season on either end of the season. It modulates our temperatures and moderates them in the winter to prevent them from getting too cold and prevents them from getting too warm in the summer. So it really does affect how we grow grapes and how well the grapes can do out here.
And how they produce, right?
Very cool. So after months of being sold out, the highly anticipated 2025 Sauv Blanc Catherine's Field has finally arrived, and there's a lineup of new vintage Macari white wines set to be released in the coming months. So what can we expect from this new release and the 2025 vintage overall?
A couple different things there. Yeah, we're when it comes to white wines in particular, we're bouncing back from a difficult 24. I mentioned how the maritime influence buffers our season on either end, but in 24 we had one of those really unusual years where we actually had a frost that affected our vineyards. A lot of our whites our production was really low, so we've been sold out. We've been low on whites and sold out of a number of our white offerings for a while. So we're excited to have bounced back in 25 with a really good vintage across the board, and also to basically restock some of those whites that have been missing. Sauvignon Blanc in particular, I think does exceptionally well out here. It's always a fun wine to bottle up and get ready this time of year. As we start to get it ready for the actual bottling, you get to start smelling those beautiful tropical aromas again. It's a wine that really is about freshness and brightness, and when you smell it, you get those bright tropical aromatics. It's like a little bit of sunshine in your glass, and I think we could all use a little bit of that about this time of year.
Absolutely. I think that's what I was just going to say. I think the Sauvignon Blanc does look like sunshine in a glass, and it always reminds me of like summertime, So now having this today in this brutally cold winter day, I'm excited to think about that.
Yeah, I think we all are.
Is there something that, as the winemaker here, you have a favorite?
Honestly, I think Sauvignon Blanc is really one of my favorites here. It does in the 6 vintages now that I've been working here. It has done incredibly well in both difficult and in easier vintages. We make a number of different styles, and I feel like the Sauvignon Blanc here does lend itself to being made in different styles, all of which are compelling in their own right.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you?
Go ahead.
Sorry. No.
We're just so excited.
Yeah. I'm like, when are we gonna pour it? What does the North Fork let you do as a winemaker that Napa or Bordeaux wouldn't allow you to?
Well, I do come from a background in California, and I think one of the things that I have really enjoyed is the freshness that the wines here can have. And that's, I think, one of the reasons that I'm drawn to the Sauvignon Blanc, amongst other whites. But I do feel like the whites and the rosés out here just have like a very inherent and natural brightness and zip to them that is incredibly refreshing. And it really works with our climate in the summer when you want to be drinking whites and rosés. The wines just have that brightness to them. And across the board, I often find a nice salinity and minerality to them, which I think is unique to this region and really gives them a little bit of life that makes them exceptional.
Did you grow up on Long Island and went out to California, or you grew up in California and came out here?
I grew up in a foreign service family, so I moved all over the place.
Yeah. Well, I was just asking because I was wondering what brought you to the North Fork of Long Island.
One of my best friends from winemaking school at UC Davis, I lived with, reached out to me in the summer of 2020 and asked me if I was interested in talking to his friends in Long Island who were looking for a new winemaker. And as soon as I got in touch with the family out here, it was obvious that they were ambitious.
Yeah.
And,
It's an interesting time, though, to come here in particular.
Yeah, maybe it was partially a pandemic decision. You never know.
Right, but it was
Here you
kismet,
are,
right?
6 years, 5.5 years later. Let's talk about the Valentine's Day promotion.
Yeah, sure. So you guys do a Valentine's Day craft with love event on Valentine's Day specifically. Do you know what we can expect at that event?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun event. It's a great time to, if you have other plans in the evening, going out to dinner with somebody, pop in beforehand, just have a little bit of fun. We will have available these unlabeled bottles, which we call shiners in the industry. And then participants come in, you pay once you're in. You basically have a glass of wine, have some cheese. We have a bunch of decorations available so everybody can decorate their bottles, make it something special and memorable, and take that home with you.
I love that. That's such a cool thing. It could be a cool, fun date night. It could be a fun girlfriend thing.
Right. And we'll show you, sort of the footage of how this place is decorated.
Oh, my gosh.
Where you can see some things now, but it does it no justice. From the minute you enter, especially this room, this is the private tasting suite. It is so beautiful, so romantic, but not like in a cheesy hearts taped to the wall type of way.
Or rose
This is
petals
like,
on the floor.
Look at this beautiful like baby's breath hanging from the chandelier. It's so gorgeous. Yeah.
I love it. So Byron, when are we going to taste this Sauvignon Blanc?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So excited, Stacy.
I know, this is nice.
Doesn't love ending their week at a beautiful vineyard.
Yeah. So will you be drinking it straight from the bottle then?
Yes. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So here's what I would ask of you, and this may be, simple for some people out there, but for those watching, can you just take us through everything from the pour to the stir, the legs, where on the glass you're supposed to hold it? This may affect the colder wine because your body heat's going to heat it up. Don't be afraid to hold it at the neck or whatever the proper.
Sure. Typically, we hold from the stem, and that's really so that you can have an unobstructed view of the wine itself. One of the characteristics of Sauvignon Blanc in the glass is its very pale straw color. You can see that it doesn't have a lot of those golden hues that you often get in the typically barrel-aged wine. So this bottling of Sauvignon Blanc, I mentioned before, we do a couple different styles. This style is fermented and aged 100% in the stainless steel tanks. It's what I consider our most varietally typical bottling, which means that it really has the characteristics that you think of as textbook Sauvignon Blanc.
True to form, right?
True to form, exactly. This is a wine that if somebody tasted blind, I would hope that they'd be able to pick it out as the Sauvignon Blanc, as opposed to some of our other, what I consider more technical wines that we're pushing it in a different direction intentionally. But on the nose, this is where this wine really jumps out of the glass. It's really exciting.
It's what you said earlier. It does make you feel like it's not
Like you're in a
so
summer
sad
field,
outside.
right? Like,
Like that. You feel, like one of the questions I was going to ask you is like, instead of what do you want consumers to taste, what do you want them to feel when you open the bottle and smell the glass?
Yeah.
And that really was like it changed my makeup.
summertime.
Yeah.
Well, it's all that exactly. I mean, honestly, even when, like I said, alluded to before, when we're getting ready to bottle, you come into the cellar and we're either racking it or filtering it or doing something. You smell it in the cellar and you walk in the door, and even that just kind of like lifts you up a little bit.
Absolutely.
Such a beautiful aroma. Lots of tropical notes. So it's definitely getting some of that passion fruit on this bottling. It's like a fresh pineapple slice.
Yeah.
Citrusy.
Citrusy, a lot of zest and grapefruit. Yeah.
I love it. Let's taste
Yeah, I'm
it.
really proud of myself that I just
Held on this long.
yeah.
Everything you just described. Everything you just
It's
described.
just joy. It's joy.
It is pure joy. What is one of the favorite things as a winemaker for you? Favorite parts?
I mean, this is one of them right now. This is
Talking
one
to
of
us on
our
a podcast.
talking on the podcast. No, just getting ready to release this. This is one of the first bottlings that we're releasing from the 2025 vintage.
Really good.
It is delicious.
So in the late winter, early spring, when we start to release those first wines, that's just a big milestone for us in the cellar because it is the first it's the first grape that from the previous vintage has basically come full circle and completed its journey. So it's fun to release that. It's something to look back on. Other wines are going to be in the cellar for another 14 months or so. So they're really kind of just getting started.
Yeah. So we've heard from a lot of wineries that 2024 was a rough year around here because of, like you said, the climate. So I think that everybody is really looking to get their 2025 releases out. But I feel like this one, instead of the saving grace, it's the saving grape.
Nice.
See?
Nice. Done. That's ours.
Yeah.
So
Really add to that.
Valentine's Day is here. My girlfriend or boyfriend is coming over. I'm going to make them dinner. This is the wine I'm serving. What's the ideal dinner to eat with this?
Oh.
Well, personally, I think that this really exemplifies the notion of if it grows together, it goes together.
Yes.
And so local seafood, you absolutely cannot go wrong. If you're doing like a nice light fish, something with a creamy, buttery sauce this time of year, I think the acid in the Sauv Blanc will really cut through, but then also just complement the lightness of the fish or other seafood. And as I mentioned on the finish, I think one of the things about a lot of the whites from Long Island that gives them a little bit of complexity and makes them more than just aromatically compelling is that saline quality on the finish. And I think that really also complements a lot of food, but in particular seafood.
You're speaking Stacy's love language. No pun intended on Valentine's Day episode.
Wine.
But yes,
Yeah.
fish.
Pescatarian and wine are that's it for me. And then my kids, but let's prioritize. In order.
Oh, I absolutely love this, Byron. Thank you so much for your time today. We brought you a little DLI love back to you for giving some of your wine love to us. So thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
This is incredible, and we will definitely be back for sure.
Yeah, this is great. Thank you so much.
Well, you guys are welcome anytime. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate this.
That was absolutely amazing. I learned so much more than I already thought I knew, and it was incredible.
I feel like I know a lot about wine. If I know things, wine is one of them.
Wine and fish.
Wine and fish. I did not expect to be in love with the Sauv Blanc. I knew it was going to be good, right? We know what Long Island wine country has to offer. But this is like, I'm actually practicing a lot of self-control by not just sort of like,
Grabbing it.
Yeah.
I just think, you know, like we talked about it during the interview, so many of the vineyards out here and wineries have had a terrible vintage for 2024. So they're really, really taking 2025's line to be like the
the long-awaited
saving grape.
saving grape. This is really delicious, and I'm glad that we have so much to talk about, or else I'd be refilling
yes.
it. But that was really good. It was really educational, and Long Island wine country is not a hidden gem. Just for the record, if you haven't been out here, then come on out. That's on you. This is award-winning wine at award-winning vineyards, and again, you can come out here. We're out here. It's February.
It's February and it's a beautiful day and we're cozy inside drinking some delicious wine. And you know what I loved most too about Byron is his way of discussing the grapes, the soil, the climate and everything like that, because that's, as a winemaker, you should know all this stuff. But he's not from here. So he's been around the world once or twice, I think. And, you know, he really decided to settle here. So he's been here 6 years and he fell in love with the grapes and the wine. And I'm like, I'm here for it.
Yeah, I mean, coming from California, it's totally different, and you certainly have the option to go back.
Yeah.
But we're at 5.5 years, I think he said,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Summer 2020. So there's good reason to come out here, and we've got
Yes.
living proof besides the two of us, an actual winemaker.
Absolutely. So I forgot to ask you, how you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm
How you
doing great.
We are doing so good. I can't even take it. Show us your Long Island. Are you ready for it?
I am. I'm always ready for this segment.
This is adorable.
I love this one.
Absolutely adorable. Suffolk County first responders who helped welcome new life during the unexpected birth in Stony Brook.
So there was a 911 call. The Suffolk County Police Officer Brian Granata joined paramedics from the Stony Brook Volunteer Ambulance Corps to safely deliver a healthy baby boy at a family's home, which is both adorable and my worst nightmare.
I know, as a mother, right? But like, that's so amazing. Both mother and baby were transported to Stony Brook University Hospital in good condition. And the moment serves as a heartwarming reminder of the dedication, teamwork, and compassion of Long Island's first responders.
So I was induced with my daughter. So I had no idea what it was like for water to break or anything, because they did it for me. With my son, I was, it was probably a day or two early, whatever. My water broke, woke me up in the middle of the night. And everything I'd read and everything everybody had said is that, it's not like it's in the movies where your water breaks and
Just
you
gushes,
have to beeline out to.
Yeah.
So I called my mom. The plan was she was going to come to the house, watch my daughter who was still sleeping. I took a shower. But it was like it is in the movies. And like 7 minutes later, I'm like in the shower. I was screaming.
Oh my God.
I had to get into the car. The reason I say this is because it was very close to me having to deliver in my house. But if it wasn't 3 o'clock in the morning, if there was any congestion on the road at all, I would have had to deliver on the side of the road.
Yeah, no, that's
because I got to
scary.
the hospital and it was like Reed was.
He came right up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So I was induced all 3 times too. So I don't have that. But no, I love that. I love that story about the police officer.
And this is the kind of thing, by the way, that we'll see in a year, 5 years, 10 years. They'll do a segment on the news where like they reunite the kid,
baby.
So
I
that'll
think
be
it's so cute.
That'll be nice. Show us your Long Islander, guys. Send us a DM or email spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com.
Okay.
Everybody's new favorite segment.
Are you getting a lot of feedback on it? Because I
sure
am.
am.
I am. Every week, everybody's like, oh my God, that was so funny. You like shot up with 2 last week, so I'm not going to do that. It's supposed to be 1 pun and done.
It was because one was inappropriate.
I know, but it was hilarious. Okay. Are you ready? What's a lawyer's favorite drink?
I know the word that's going to be incorporated into the drink name. It's something with like lie in it.
It's a pina colada.
Oh, good one.
Come on.
That's really
That was
good.
good.
Yeah, that was really good.
Sorry. Not as cool as the other one, but
I know.
it was funny.
That's a very funny joke. I thought it was going to be something like, love to lawyers, by the way. I don't, but I thought that.
Oh, like prosecuting?
Yeah,
lawyer?
like,
I got
yeah.
you. I got you. No, it's a pina
No, that was
colada.
great. Stay tuned for next week's.
Yeah, can't wait.
We'll just continue to try and top one another. So one of our favorite segments, obviously, we deal with the county and New York State. with Long Island 250 coming up, but Long Island Revolutionary Roots is a new segment as of the last 2 weeks, I think. So fun fact, just down the road from where we are, the Halleckville Museum Farm preserves a farmhouse that dates back to the Revolutionary War era. This during the 18th century, Riverhead and the East End played a strategic role in Long Island's wartime story, supplying food, livestock, and the resources that supported both colonial life and military efforts.
And sites like Halleckville remind us that while the Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776, Long Island's farmers and families were living the revolution every day, shaping the future of the nation from right here at home.
It's another, now where we are right now, you really can see what things may have been like back then, right? So there's no buildings, skyscrapers, anything like that. So when you come out here, most of you know, you go apple picking, pumpkin picking, or visited the vineyards, the vineyards. The vineyards, that you'll see these just like enormous pieces of land.
It's beautiful. I love it out here,
beautiful.
Especially this time of year. Honestly, like the snow-capped vineyards.
Yeah,
beautiful. Real quick, do we want to talk about what is happening? We have a crazy promotion. Thank you.
Limited time promotion. Yeah, so we've said here, we worked very closely with the PGA for Ryder Cup. We're working just as close with USGA. Thank you for US Open at Shinnecock coming up in June. And there is a 2-for-1 ticket deal announced. This is brand new. It started just the other day, and it's only going on until February 22nd. And we know how Ryder tickets went, and it's going to be the same thing with Shinnecock. So listen up. So the US Open is going to take place June 15th to the 21st. At Shinnecock, and to celebrate the tournament's return, there is a limited time ticket promotion now available. Purchase a gallery or trophy club featuring Corona Premier practice round ticket for Monday through Wednesday, that's June 15th through the 17th, and receive a second ticket free, making a perfect opportunity to bring a friend or family member along for the experience.
This is so incredible. I love it because we talked about Ryder, how tickets were so hard to get. You heard it here, folks. Go on to discoverlongisland.com. under our US Open page, and you will be able to find this promotion.
Yeah.
Long Island Life, West Babylon skier. West Babylon is a town that I grew up in. Skier Henry Rivers heads to the 2026 Winter Olympics.
We love hearing
Way to go, Henry. He's a West Babylon native. He's putting Long Island on the world stage after announcing he'll compete for Jamaica, his mother's home country, in the men's slalom at the 2026 Winter Olympics in Italy.
Henry's a triplet raised by skier coach parents, so this all starts to make sense.
Makes sense.
He and his siblings have been skiing since they were toddlers, just like you, with hopes of eventually representing Jamaica together at future Winter Games.
And from local slopes to the global spotlight, it's a powerful example of how Long Island continues to produce world-class talent and athletics.
Good luck, Henry.
Good luck, Henry from West Babylon.
So this is an adult topic because we all talk about it, but it does apply to everybody. How cold can it get here, and how long will it last?
Well, apparently last week the groundhog said 6 more weeks.
I know,
so I'm not here for that.
I know. I think we knew that, though.
No,
we didn't need
it. So I just got back real quick from Marketing Outlook Forum, which took place in Charlotte, North Carolina. Incredible 3 days of educational sessions about data and AI and the tourism industry, and it was really, really insightful. However, Charlotte, North Carolina has not snowed in 22 years.
Drum roll.
Guess when it snowed in Charlotte, North Carolina? While I was there.
You guys brought it.
We brought it. And it was like funny because I booked my hotel late. I registered late. So I missed out on the host hotel, which was a beautiful, this town it's like inside of Charlotte. It's called Valentine.
Oh, with the B?
Yeah.
Nice.
Like Valentine. And so the host hotel was the Valentine Resort, and it was really beautiful, very prestigious, right? So when like the federal people come to stay, they stay there. Anyways, so it's beautiful hotel. It had like this gorgeous walking path bridge over like a little river to my hotel.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
But because Charlotte, North Carolina received snow, they haven't had it in 22 years.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know what to do with that.
Right.
They don't know how to handle
I
it.
hear they've been like states in the South that are receiving snow are just canceling school.
They just
don't know what to do with
They
the
don't know
roads.
it. They don't know. They particularly don't know how to shovel or plow. So that walking bridge was closed. So now I had to walk every morning in the snow to the host hotel where the conference was being held. So I kicked my boots off and went with my sneakers. But no, great conference. So I just thought it was a good thing to note.
Well, you
during
look,
this
you know, you go south in the winter. That's all you look forward to is like, oh,
just a little bit of warmth.
Warmer temps. This isn't even the coldest we've seen, though. We're still well above the record low of -14.
That's crazy. But however, when this airs the weekend prior, we're supposed to go like -14 here.
So bundle up, folks. Embrace the season, but don't feel like you have to stay home. Okay? I know it's tempting to stay home, but just remember,
get out there,
especially for locals. Like, go and
to your downtown, go to the main street, have dinner.
Your backyard. Come over here. We're at Macari Vineyards. Nothing will beat this. It's so beautiful. Come out here with friends and go do a little wine tasting.
It's so cozy.
You get very warm by the wine.
Very warm by the wine. I purchased as you know, like the kids play hockey, deck hockey outside, and they haven't played since I want to say before Christmas because it's been so cold.
Yeah.
So I purchased myself a parka, which is like floor length, and I got it on Amazon. Whatever, it's cute. But Dan's like, "What are you doing with that?" And I'm like,
that's the least sexy jacket anybody.
Where are you going with that? And I'm like, if anybody knows me, I'm freezing all the time.
Yeah. Same.
So, great purchase. I'll send you the link.
Yeah, I will. Well, just like the tan fur jacket.
Yes.
I'll come in as your twin.
Twinning.
A following day.
You know what's more magical in the winter?
What's that?
Snow moons. Snow moon magic meets winter weather on Long Island. Long Islanders may catch a beautiful celestial show as February's full snow moon rises over the region, bringing a bright winter glow to local skies.
That's nice. While the passing nor'easter could create cloudy, snowy conditions, the storm also adds to Long Island's seasonal charm, transforming beaches, villages, and downtowns into the postcard-worthy winter scenes that we're telling you to experience yourself.
Yes, and whether you are enjoying a quick moon glimpse between snow showers, exploring cozy local spots, or planning a future getaway, the moment highlights Long Island's unique beauty and year-round appeal for residents and visitors alike. So I've been following a new couple people on social media, a couple of influencers, if you will. And some of the shots that I've been seeing in some of these photography, oh my gosh, like incredible, like where like the lakes or the bay is frozen over and it's like slushy. Amazing.
I know, some like the aerial views of like the snow-capped trees and looking down, like you're saying, on the ponds, and there's like some one random animal that has still managed to be like to
I almost ran over a squirrel today, unfortunately. But
have you ever seen a baby squirrel?
So I couldn't tell if it was a squirrel or a rat.
They don't exist.
They don't exist, right?
Have you ever seen a baby squirrel? No. A squirrel that's not the size of every other squirrel.
Because don't they hibernate? You ever read the Gruffalo?
Where are we going right now?
You never read the Gruffalo book?
No.
Oh my God.
Gruffalo?
Gruffalo.
No, the Bruised Banana.
My book.
Here's some great news. U.S. life expectancy is reaching a record high. It rose to 79 years old in 2024. This marks the highest level ever recorded, according to new data for the centers from the CDC.
So wait, life expectancy rose to 79 years old, and that's the highest it's ever been recorded? That's interesting. Average. Okay, got you, Michael.
So that's great. This is a result of healthier living.
Living your best Long Island life.
Living your best Long Island life, getting out, walking, eating well. Everything is a contributing factor.
I'm paying attention to you, right? So like January was Health and Wellness Month, but February is Love Yourself Month too.
It is Love Yourself Month. We'll touch on that.
Yes. You know what I do love? This new segment Michael put in here. This is so fun. Wild Things of the Week.
We need like a sound, like a ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Penguins know when it's time to warm up at the Long Island Aquarium. Did you see this?
Yeah, this is.
Oh my God, so cute. Even the penguins are feeling this winter chill. The Long Island Aquarium shared an adorable video for their South African black-footed penguins waddling indoors to escape the cold. So they're not just waddling, but they're like going down a little ramp and they're like hopping. It's the cutest thing. But so these are not like your Antarctic penguins. Yeah. So they have to be brought inside when it gets above or below a certain temperature. And so it got below 30 degrees. They need to go inside and get warm.
They need to be loved and hugged and hang out together. These warm weather birds have called the aquarium home Since being rescued in 2004, and thanks to the dedicated staff and community's support, the colony continues to thrive. It's a heartwarming reminder the aquarium is a must-visit destination year-round, no
Absolutely.
matter the weather. This is a great time.
Yeah. And while it's cold, go see those penguins because they're cold too. That video did actually release to, I think it was like national news, which was so cool. Unusual animal rescue highlights Long Island's commitment to wildlife safety.
Yeah, this was a weird one.
Okay, let's hear it.
There's an unexpected discovery recently, which led to the safe rescue of 2 sloths and somehow a baby kangaroo found inside a car on Long Island.
This is bizarre. So bizarre because first of all, what is somebody doing with these animals on their car? And I saw the video. They're not in like a cage. They're just
No,
hanging out
it
in the
was
back
hanging out.
seat.
And like a kangaroo is supposed to, I mean, a sloth, listen, it's not its native environment, so it's not good to sloth either, but we know what sloths do. A kangaroo needs space,
Yeah, a lot of space.
not just like the back of a station wagon.
So exotic animals is illegal in New York, and the situation ended on a positive note with animals being placed on a path toward proper care at a wildlife sanctuary.
Yeah, so keep our region safe and compassionate, everybody. Don't have animals that belong
No, you're crazy.
in a tropical climate
Yeah.
or hopping around.
No. Long Island State Parks honors Black History Month, as this is February, with educational programs and cultural celebrations. Long Island State Parks is marking Black History Month with exhibits, educational programs, and family-friendly events that honor the achievements and cultural impact of African Americans.
Celebrating 100 years of Black History commemorations, this initiative invites residents and visitors alike to explore local parks as spaces for learning, reflection, and community connection, while showcasing Long Island's commitment to inclusive experiences.
Excellent. Long Island resident scores life-changing New York lottery win.
This is not the first, but we continuously talk about
every
lottery
week we're
winners.
talking about Long Island
I know,
winners.
except
Why isn't it
what-
me or you?
Okay, yeah. That was rude.
A Long Island resident is celebrating major win after claiming a $1,000 a day for life cash for life lottery prize, opting for a multi-million-dollar lump sum payout. I would go $1,000 a day.
You just never know. You never know.
Yeah, but like, so do you get paid daily?
I think
Like if you opt into the daily rate, do you get paid like a deposit of $1,000 every day?
And I think the lump sum that was around like 4 million plus. So I guess, take that money now, invest it.
Well, here's the thing. We learned last time how much taxes you pay on it.
I think that after the fact it was because they have to figure that there's obviously like an average lifespan.
Right.
Actually, we could challenge that and say
79 years old.
79. Yeah.
So I would do $1,000 a day because you're getting $1,000 a day. Listen, I'm going to go.
What if you get hit by a car next week?
So then you've gotten 4,000. This is your money.
What about your family?
Nah.
I guess you know what? We don't have to worry about it until we win. So
All right. All right.
let's listen. We're in this very romantic environment. Let's get into
Weigh in, hot teas. $1,000 a day or lump sum. Romantic Valentine's dinners on Long Island, Stacy.
Yeah. So let's get into it. So this is an easy one. So, especially for our male viewers, if you don't know where to take your wife or your significant other, let us help you. But Valentine's Day, someone like me, a solo dinner.
Valentine's Day.
That's fine. So listen, there's a ton of romantic locations around Long Island for dinner, obviously. We're just going to share some of our favorites. Farm Italy and the Halston are amazing.
Insignia.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's in Islandia.
110 in Melville on 110.
The James in Babylon.
I love that one.
I know. We just got some really good footage there the other day from the social team. So stay tuned to our
That's a good one.
social.
Northport Hotel, obviously. Maybe we can't talk about these guys enough.
Curry Club at Sagar in Port Jeff.
Yeah, that's a good one. Blackstone and the Shed.
And then the Canoe Place Inn and Besito Mexican Restaurant. They have multiple locations, Besito. So yes, during the month of love, don't forget to show some love to yourself too.
Right.
Stacy, your solo plate. Okay.
That's really important.
Yes.
So don't feel like if you don't have a significant other that Valentine's Day is not for you.
Right.
It's just another excuse to treat yourself. And
love
I
yourself.
have been known to go out for dinner for one. I'm actually going to a concert by myself
I love that.
on February 13th. But yeah, you know what? Or if you're going to stay home, do some skincare.
Yeah. Take a hot bath.
Make yourself a box cake.
Yeah.
Put all the eat icing out of the thing.
Yeah. Grab a jug of ice cream
Sauv Blanc.
or a bottle of Sauv Blanc.
But yeah, don't feel like, listen, Valentine's Day is for everyone. It's just about love. So whether you are showing love to someone else or to yourself, we want you to have a great Valentine's Day.
Yes. Speaking of this weekend on Long Island, Friday, February 13th, there's some cool events going on, like the 4th annual Winter Watershed Walk Series in Southampton.
The Tragedy of Hamlet, so fun at the Stoller Center.
Chocolate and wine pairing of Valentine's weekend, February 13th through the 15th.
And then, as I was saying, see, the ones fall on me are perfect. It's Valentine's weekend at the Shed, which is all weekend long as well.
Saturday, February 14th is Choco Vino at Long Island Aquarium, Valentine's favorite.
That's fun. And then this will be awesome at the Paramount.
Yes.
Queen Tribute, Almost Queen.
And then also mini Valentine's inspired by the C. Vanderbilt Museum.
And then the Winter Market, as always, at West Hampton Beach.
And then Sunday, February 15th, Sweetheart Princess Tea Party at the Long Island Aquarium.
You should do that.
I always say I'm gonna. I never do it.
That one. Enchanted Weekend, also at the Aquarium.
And that's the 15th and the 16th. A trip, Washington at the Manor. Washington and the Manor at Sagnicos Manor.
That's a good one. That's a historical one, exploring George Washington's connection to the manor.
And then there's chocolate and wine pairing class at Sonino Vineyard, a guided tasting focused on pairing chocolate with wine. For more events and things to do on Long Island, please visit discoverlongisland.com. Again, discoverlongisland.com.
Speaking of love, I think it's unintentional, we keep coming back to love. Vanna White.
Oh, my girl.
Right? We love her.
I love her.
No matter, what era you grew up during. Vanna White, she tied the knot, everyone. And she is obviously the letter turner for Wheel of Fortune. And it's a funny thing about Wheel of Fortune, similar to what we were saying about constant lotto winners.
Yes.
There have been several winners in recent years. This doesn't even go back.
Not me, though.
No, but we have to get on the show first.
I've applied.
Have you?
You don't?
I've never done it. I know that you can. I know the price
I've
is right.
applied.
It's also at a venue.
And they didn't get back to me.
Are you working
Listen,
on it
Ryan.
actively?
Vanna.
So Vanna, 68 years old, celebrating a newly married chapter. Fresh starts have no age limit, me. And the good vibes don't start there. So let's go over. There was a teacher that appeared in a show in 2024.
A brother-sister duo from Port Jefferson.
Yep, they won. And then a hot pog lunch lady scored.
She just recently.
Is she the newest one?
Yeah.
Yeah, $65,000 in cash and prizes, plus a truck and a vacation.
That's
so add that up.
amazing.
Yep, so from romance to record wins, Long Island continues to shine on the national stage.
Oh, celebrity. I love it. What a great episode. I loved talking to Byron. I loved tasting the wine. Obviously, it's delicious. I love being here at Macari. Thank you for hosting us. And happy Valentine's Day, my Galentine. Cheers.
Cheers.
We'll see you next week.
Thank you, guys.
The Long Island Tea Podcast is brought to you by Discover Long Island. For exclusive access to contests and promotions, follow Long Island Tea Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And for questions, comments, and collaborative inquiries, email spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com.